Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson going to come out throwing. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And right away he lost the football. So they've got the football and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first. All of a sudden starting to play themselves.
Here we go.
First and 10, Taylor now. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, touchdown.
Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans at 5-7 now on the year. Now, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. First down, here's the run with Cook. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson complete to Austin here over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play on 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Hey, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Whitaker. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple plays combined for the team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and that is 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they have exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They run the counter with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Throwing on first down. Whitaker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CeeDee, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. McCann's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off the play fake. Whitaker under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 minute here as we head toward halftime.
Not to bad acting
Throwing on 3rd and long. Whitaker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was right up in his glove. I think he was a dentist there with that license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Exit.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll complete this one to Collins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They go play action now. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. In the first half, he was holding track on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Off play action. Whitaker, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down the field alerting everyone to fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. We took counting yardage on that one, David. That was truly phenomenal, wasn't it?
I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Running left, Taylor. Down to the 42, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 35. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
He's going to get a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Back to the same target. Campbell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but he'll before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. He'll find Hall. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down steps. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And he finds Howard complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. That's room to run now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around this time. This time he gets it into his ball, and it's a
another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That wasn't an expensive run. That wasn't one that took a long way to the house. But really, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. McCann's kick up and good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Whitaker. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now. A nickname,
is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Wilson to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
You'll have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, only 2 yards to shoot for.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. What a finish in this one, Charles. Yeah, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return.